All right, let's get it in. Hey everyone, this is Crystal Scarborough from Ladies Night Out Ministries. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday. It was beautiful here where I am, and windy, but very, very beautiful. But I wanted to see how everyone is doing. I don't have anybody on here right now, but I hope you go back and listen to the replay. And when you do, please send this out to or share it with others that you feel may need it, um, or can improve their situation or life based on the information that I'm getting ready to share with you. So I wanted to talk to you about. I know I get excited. Yeah. So I have on this T-shirt, but however, please excuse it. I've been working out and trying to improve myself. However, I wanted to speak about um, brokenness, and I had to ponder on that because I'm going to base this on what's going on with a couple of the celebrities. I'm not going to mention their names, but I wanted to speak about what's going on in their um, in their mindset. So I am entitling this mental drama, which a lot of us are actually experiencing, and not. Most of us uh, are not aware, and then there are those who are aware and choose not to do anything. And I'm not speaking of the point of mental health. I am not a licensed counselor or a doctor on this. So I don't want you to um, take that as being, or take what I'm saying as being more medical and need a diagnosis. I don't do that. But I do want to talk about mental drama. And what mental drama is your thoughts at work. And so when we look at the two individuals that is in the news currently, again, you know who I'm speaking of. If you don't, turn on the news, get on YouTube, get on Periscope, get on wherever you need, but you will find out who am I referring to. Um, so oftentimes we do things to get attention, and those things are not always conducive to our character, our health, even our mental state. In the frame of how we think and why we think about what we think about. What why do we allow certain things to take over um, our thoughts and not be mature enough to take those thoughts captive? Because we have that power to do that. That's what we call a superpower. We have that power to take those thoughts captive, and in the name of Jesus. And I know that we're in the flesh and we live in a fleshly world, but there's a spiritual being inside of us that we have to allow. We have to allow those emotions and triggers to take over us. We do that. But when we choose not to, these are the types of things that occur in our life, such as our thoughts running wild. And so we do crazy things like create drama in our life for the sake of attention. And then on the other hand of that is our thoughts of maybe we're holding secrets in. Maybe we're not dealing with the secrets that we're holding in. So what we do in that in terms of holding those secrets, we lash out. We become controlling. We become abusive. We become negative. We become all those unhealthy factors, and we allow those things to take root in us. And when they take root in us, and the more we feed it, the more we water it, the more it grows. That's on a negative tip, but those things do grow just like on a positive. What we feed positive, we're gonna reap positive. We feed negative, we're gonna reap negative. So when you don't know what you don't know, then you allow your thoughts to dictate to you, just like your emotions, like I just said, to dictate to you whatever it is they want to do. So you've heard, I'm sure you heard at one point when somebody said, "Well, the devil made me do it," or I don't know why I did that. But you really know. But what happens? You allow that, once again, allow that those thoughts and emotions to take over, and then you begin this what you call that warring takes place. So when you know to do good, you choose and you don't do good. So that's a choice oftentimes that you make. So one is, I want to say, you are not your thoughts. You have to take your thoughts captive. If you don't do that, then you will find yourself in a situation like these individuals. Um, there was times when one did this, got away with it, and I'm not allegedly. Let me say allegedly, did this the first time, and now there's multiple individuals coming forth saying the same thing. So it now your character is non and void. It's saying that you're crazy, or you're manipulative, or you just a unhealthy human being. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about, is the mental drama. Mental drama usually occurs when you're broken and you never dealt with it. When I mentioned about the secrets a minute ago, you haven't dealt with the secrets in your life. You haven't dealt with the shame. You haven't dealt with the fear. You portray that you're confident in the acting arena. You put on this front, as we used to call it, in front of people. And some of us can really think quickly on our feet to make other people think that we're so intelligent that we can really have this conversation and bring about this and bring about that, when those people are really broken inside. One, they want the attention, as I mentioned. Two, they haven't dealt with the fear, the shame, or the defeat. Until you deal with that brokenness. And I mentioned this in a previous um, video, is if you haven't dealt with the shame, if you haven't dealt with the secrets, then you become almost robotic, like a transformer. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that you could transform with a quick of an eye to make people think that you are oh so good. You can make people think, oh, they're just lying. You can make people think, oh, they just want my money. You can talk your way into anything, is where I'm going with that. Because that's how you covered it up for so long. You haven't dealt with it. So because you haven't dealt with it, you suppressed it. And so now you've suppressed it for so long, you think it's your reality. So now you have all this mental drama going on in your head that you cannot deal with. But then life happens to you, and now you have to face the consequences that are before you. So understand that you are not your thoughts. So let's get over that piece. And then you don't have to believe everything you think. You don't have to believe everything you think about yourself. We are broken people. We're all broken. We've all lied. But we have not all done the manipulation portion. We often lie because now we're scared. We thinking that's going to save grace. We often lie because we don't want to get in any trouble, of the sort. But but you don't have to believe everything that you think about yourself. And then the last thing I want to say to you is that the brokenness can also be used to heal you. So now the two have found themselves in a place to where they have to deal with their brokenness. The unfortunate is it's really high consequences. But now they have to deal with the brokenness. And so the brokenness now can become a breakthrough for them. Because again, when you deal with that brokenness and when you deal with the shame, when you deal with the defeat, now you can move up to the next level and become the person that you were created to be. Unfortunately, again, it's in a situation that the consequences are not great, but now you deal with it. So now you deal with it, you could begin to grow into a better you. Actually, let's back up. You can now become who you are, who you're supposed to become, because you're able to talk about what really happened. Now, because you talked about it, you can get help to deal with it. You can get tips. You can do assignments. You can even write a book to help get all of those toxins out of you. That's a form of release. When we release those toxins, we then become, we can hear our voice. We can begin to speak and master our voice in order to receive the breakthrough from the brokenness. That's what this is all about. So I want to say to you, if you are holding secrets and those secrets are keeping you bound, such as the brokenness or the shadow, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, the shadow is that brokenness, whatever it is for you. When you deal with it, when you speak about it, when you get those out of you, it comes out your pores. You might get a little stinky from all that ugliness smell, getting all that ugliness out. But then now you could become the person that you were created to become. Okay? That's what I really wanted to share with you. Don't hold those secrets. There's so many men and women, mostly women, but there are men that are living in abusive situations that are afraid to talk about it because they don't want to leave their home. They don't want their kids to be taken from them. And I understand both those. But if you're not healthy, you are not healthy for anyone else, not even yourself. So you may have to second guess yourself to say, am I really the mother that I'm supposed to be for my children? Or do I keep being who I am and then the children grow up to be just like me? I don't want any man hitting on my daughter and my daughter not save herself. We have to rescue ourselves. And I don't, especially my grandbaby, my granddaughter. Oh, God forbid. But whatever we have in us as a mother, as a father, that's what we're placing into our children, and they grow up to be just like us. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect, and I'm not saying that they're perfect, but they grow up to be us, and then we look at them. Why are you acting like that? I didn't raise you like that. But you have to stop and think, did I? So again, please release those secrets. Release that brokenness, because that is filth. That is toxic. and it could kill you. God wants you to have life and have it more abundant, in abundance. So I think, matter of fact, I know he knows what's best for me and he knows what's best for you. But oftentimes we want to be in control of everything. I mean everything. This is my destiny. This is what. But that's not what God has for you. That's something that you want to control and do. And then when it implodes, you like, well, why did this happen? Then you want to blame everybody else. Let's clean ourselves up of these secrets. Talk to someone that you can trust. And it may not be your mother, it may not be your sister, it may not be your brother, it may not be your cousin. Here's the thing, and this promise, I promise, is the last thing. We hang around people or be with people in our families and we have in our circle. They may not be the right people or person to speak with about your secret. Because for one, they could be going through the same thing. And if you share that with them, then they may call you a lie. But all I want to do to say to you is make sure that that person is a person that is trusted, that trusts you and what you've been through. Not that they trust themselves, but they trust you and what you've been through. So they can help you begin the healing process, or at least get you to someone that can help you to begin the healing process. Guys, what's on TV is not all what it made out to be. We see nice cars, we see the money, and we want it, and we're willing to take and do anything to get it. That's not of God. And it shouldn't be for you. And I'm not being judgmental. What I want is the best for you to be the best you that you have ever been in your entire life. If you're 5 to 99, today, let's be the best person that you were, that you've always wanted to be. Do that. Why not? Begin to live the life that you always wanted to live. Now, I'm not saying to hurt anyone, but begin with you. Write your story. Write your vision. Make it plain. Okay. I just wanted to speak on that. I'm going to be back next Saturday. And I'm going to put a lot of outline together. But I was just here thinking and praying, really praying. And I wanted to jump on and talk about the two individuals and what's going on in their life. And I'm sorry it's getting dark in here. Just excuse me just for a second, please. All right. I can see you guys now. But I hope you can see me anyway. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about that situation. Broken people hurt people. There's no rhyme or reason. We're in the 2019. We're not in the beginning stages of where, older men with these young people, messing around and going on. That is toxic. That is something deep within them that they cannot or have not dealt with, and now they can't control it. So they want to get someone that they can control. So, but again, I will be on here next Saturday. I'm going to have an outline. And we're really going to deal with this brokenness. I think what I'm going to do, matter of fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a Facebook page, a private Facebook page. And then we may also do Zoom as well to keep it even more private. And let's deal with this. I'm share some things with you. I want you to share some things with me and the group. If you know anyone, again, that you want to be in the group, let's just talk about it. Let's deal with it. Let's get set free. Let's do, what I just said, use our superpower to get ourselves set free and release our voice so we can break through the brokenness and then use our into our personal powers. So that's what we want to do. Okay. All right, guys. You can email me if you have any questions about the direction in which I just mentioned that we're getting ready to take. You can email me at Ladies Night Out Ministries, that's all one word, at gmail.com. Or you can go to my website and send me an email there, from there. And that is Crystal Scarborough, number 4 Life. That's CRYSTAL. S is in Sam, C is in cat, ARBOROUGH, number 4.com. Because it's about life. God said, I say this every time. And I believe it with my whole heart. That God said that He came that we should have life and life in abundance. Let's live it. I heard this, I'm living my best life. Let's live it. We can do this together. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye.